A poor man had so many children that he already asked everyone in the world to be Godfather. And when still another child was born, no one else was left whom he could invite. He knew not what to do, and in his perplexity, he laid down and fell asleep. Then he dreamed that he was to go outside the gate and ask the first person who met him to be Godfather. When he awoke, he was determined to obey his dream and went outside the gate and asked the first person who came up to him to be Godfather. The stranger presented him with a glass of water and said, "This is a wonderful water. With you can heal the sick. Only you must see where death is standing. If he is standing by the patient's head, give the patient some water, and he will be healed. But if death is still standing by his feet, all troubles will be in vain, for the sick man must die." From this time forth, the man could always say whenever a patient could be saved or not, and became famous for his skill, and earned a great deal of money. Once he was called in to the child of the king, and when he entered, he saw death standing by the child's head, and cured it with the water. And he did the same a second time. But the third time death was standing by its feet, and then he knew the child was meant to die. Once the man thought he would visit the Godfather and tell him how he had succeeded with the water. But when he entered the house, it was a strange establishment. On the first flight of stairs, the broom and the shovel were disputing and knocking each other about violently. He asked them, "Where does the Godfather live?" The broom replied, "One flight of stairs higher up." When he came to the second flight, he saw a heap of dead fingers lying. He asked, "Where does the Godfather live?" One of the fingers replied, "One flight of stairs higher." On the third flight lay a heap of dead skulls, which again directed him to the flight beyond. And on the fourth he saw fishes on fire, which frizzled in the pans and baked themselves. They too said, "One flight of stairs higher." And when he had ascended the fifth, he came to a door of a room and peeped through the keyhole. And there he saw the Godfather, who had a pair of long horns. When he opened the door and went in, the Godfather got into bed in a great hurry and covered himself up. Then said to the man, "Sir Godfather, what a strange household you have. When I came to your first flight of stairs, a shovel and broom were quarreling and beating each other violently." "How stupid you are," said the Godfather. "That was the boy and the maid talking to each other. But on the second flight of stairs I saw dead fingers lying." "Oh, how silly you are. Those were some roots of scornazara." On the third flight lay a heap of dead men's skulls. "Foolish man, those were cabbages." On the fourth flight I saw fishes in a pan which were hissing and baking themselves. When he said that, the fishes came to serve themselves up. And when I got to the fifth flight, I peeped through the keyhole of the door, and there, Godfather, I saw you, and you had long horns." "Oh, that's a lie." The man became alarmed, ran out, and if he had not, who knows what the Godfather would have done to him.